Starting today's episode with our last two placement matches to get those all-important coin rewards that they've added in this year. All over Twitter I've seen screenshots of players winning all 5 games, being placed in Division 2 and receiving over 120,000 coins, and that's exactly where I'm setting my sights. That's what I want to achieve. Well, that's where my sights were set until after the first game, which ended in a draw, and then I managed to lose the next one as well. So, good start there. However, the third game was a bit more successful with a narrow win, which should hopefully prevent us from being placed in Division 10 and getting no coins at all, and now we're into this game. I'm not really sure what changed between the first 3 games and this one, but I finally found that goal scoring touch which I'd been lacking. The one change that I had made to my style of gameplay in this one was that I tried to play with a bit more whip, as I think that there will be a lot of wingers throughout this FIFA 21, especially the early stages, who will be very hard to tackle. I highly recommend Coman, for instance, especially in these early few stages of the game, as he's very hard to stop, he's quick and he's got very close dribbling. I scored a couple of nice goals in this game and some sweaty ones as well, I have to admit, and the score ended up being 7-2. Now that 7-2 sounds like a good score, however it really is a score that I don't want to see as a Blues fan at the minute when your neighbours down the road are shouting it from the rooftops after beating Liverpool. Coincidentally, I then had to face a team with Grealish in it, and if I have one rule, it's don't lose to Grealish. And it was going well for about 11 and a half minutes, in-game minutes that is, before I managed to concede from this corner. In all honesty, I couldn't really get near this guy. He seemed to have already figured out the meta and was just a much better player than I was. Well, he's a much better player than I was for now, but hopefully we'll look to close that gap if I ever play him again. The big thing I'll take away from this game, even though it was a 3-0 loss, is that defending is going to be so important this year, and mastering defending is going to be a lot harder than it has in previous years. You used to get a lot of manual blocks on passes and through balls in particular, and on this one, passes and through balls will make it through if your defenders aren't positioned correctly. Anyway, as I said, this game ended 3-0 and I finished on 2 wins, 1 draw and 2 losses, which actually placed me in Division 5, so just over halfway up the ladder, and it brings home 44,000 coins. The plan for these coins is to invest them into the marquee matchups and hybrid leagues SBCs, as they do yield some good rewards. The marquee matchups were particularly cheap this year. I think EA had been quite kind, and a premium gold players pack is not a too shabby reward for completing all 4 of them. Hybrid leagues is also a relatively easy SBC to do. Essentially all you're doing is putting together nationalities from different leagues. So if you think about players that you'll find across the world, so you've got Brazilian players that you'll find all across Europe and South America, you've got Argentinian players that are the same, you've then got players like Portuguese players that you'll find cropping up all over the place. From my marquee matchups rewards I didn't get a lot, apart from in the premium gold players pack where I managed to pull Bellingham, who's very usable and will fit in my team. As I say, from here I then went on to do the hybrid leagues SBC, and we'll leave you here with a short montage of those rewards and also the rewards from our squad battles endeavours throughout the week. We've got a walkout. Please be a good one. So what we had there was a real roller coaster of emotions. We had a load of packs where we just got SBC fodder, to finally getting a walkout, seeing the Swiss flag and being a bit deflated, and then actually realising it's a Bundesliga goalkeeper who fits into our team absolutely perfectly. Speaking of teams, this is the team that I've set out to have before the first weekend league, and it's looking like this will be a very achievable. If not, we will end up with a team that's quite considerably better than this. On Tuesday, for those of us with the Ultimate Edition and the Champions Edition, the full version of the game was released, and for that we get our pre-order packs. First pack was just kits, alone Mbappe, and for me, alone Haaland again, so I've got him for about 11 games now. However, we also get these two rare gold packs, and as you'll see, we pull Sule for actually the second time on the channel, meaning that we'll keep him for a future SBC. He is worth a bit, but he's not really worth selling. However, we also got Coutinho, who looks like an okay card. I think he's a bit hard done by. I don't think he's as low as an 83, so we'll sell him and bag ourselves about 12,000 coins. This should be the last episode where you see solo gameplay. Coming out on Friday will be the normal edition. The person I'll be co-oping with will be joining me then, and we will hopefully have a lot more gameplay for you. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and please leave a like, comment and subscribe if you did.